Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Marie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part 3 of the Haunted Motel series. This episode or this video is going to be pretty short simply because it was one of the last experiences that I went through. And it's not necessarily paranormal, I guess you could say, as far as what happened in the previous videos, but definitely, especially if you're an empath, it's something that you may experience a lot, and I'm going to say it is tied to the spirit world. On this particular day, I went in for the night audit shift, so I was working third shift overnight, and I was feeling great. My energy was amazing, my day had been great, so I was feeling great. Went in, and almost instantly you could feel this heaviness within the building. But I went in and I was like, well, it's probably just work. So I went in, started my shift, and they were telling me there was this man who was staying there. Okay, so backstory to the man. There was a lady, a guest, who had been found unalived in the shower. Well, she wasn't in the shower, but she had been found hanging from the shower. So she had the whole thing. The thing that did not make sense for a lot of us was, now I didn't see it, but everything that I've heard and from what people have told me about this incident is that she was with her husband. I believe her husband was ex-military. Now this woman was petite in stature. She was thin, a little bit short, like average height, I guess you would say. Average height for, I'm thinking 5'3", I'm 5'2", so around that height. But they were thinking, that it was a little odd that she had been found like that. And the height of the shower, it just never made sense to me that someone would be able to go through with what she went through and succeed. I don't know. It was just too short and she was too small. I don't know. It didn't make sense to me when I heard it. But the gentleman, or her husband, was much bigger, like bulkier, I guess you would say. If you can imagine someone who is ex-military, they're stronger. They just have more meat and muscle than kind of the average person, I would say. So they went on. The family came in and inspected, and they themselves were thinking, wow, this doesn't make sense, and they didn't trust the husband. So they had some suspicions to it. And to this day, I don't know what came of it. I don't know. All that I know is the experience that I had after the fact. So the experience that I had was I got to work feeling great, just ready for my shift. I'm like, it's going to be pretty easy. It is what it is. Went in, but when I got there, when everybody left, when they left for the evening, all of the other employees had gone home. I was sitting there. The man who, the ex-husband. Sorry, I'm a little all over. It was just a weird kind of experience. So prior to the person that was in the shift before me, before they left, they told me, hey, the guy, the husband, is staying here tonight. He is in a certain room, and I'm like, okay, that's really weird that he would come back, but okay. So everybody went home, and I got behind the computer, and kind of like an hour or so into my shift, I just felt completely drained. I had no motivation to do anything that entire night. And all I kept thinking about was room 108, where the guy was staying. And I was like, oh my God, this dude is right there. And we don't know if he did it, if she did it, or what happened, but all that I know is when I was there, it felt so heavy. Okay, and she had been staying in room 126, and he was in room 108, so just a few doors down from where it happened. And I don't know if it was this night, but I remember taking my EMF reader down to room 126, and there was definitely a spike in activity in that area. But the entire night, I just had no energy. I didn't want to be there. I just wanted to go to sleep. I just was so depressed that entire night. No crazy activity or anything happened that night. I just felt super drained, and I couldn't wait to go home and just go to sleep. I think I might have even taken a nap during my shift, to tell you the truth. That was weird. But after I left that shift, it was great. I was morning. I felt good. The moment I left the building, like, I felt great again. I was like, what the hell was that? But yeah, that was the last experience that I had there, and the only thing that I could think was that her spirit was still there, and she was pissed off that he was back. Whether or not, I'm just tying the two together. I mean, it's really weird that was the only time I'd ever felt like that while I worked there. And it just so happened that had just happened to her not too long ago. And he was back, and I was feeling like just drained. So I don't work there anymore. I haven't worked there for a few years. I'm interested to stay there again and maybe do an investigation, but those are my experiences working at the Haunted Motel in Kalispell, Montana. Don't want to say the name. I would love to say the name, but I don't want to say the name because it is still an active business, and I don't have permission to say the name. So, I mean, if you're ever interested, you can really just, if you're in Kalispell, just, I don't know, ask around. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this video, and until next time, have a great day.